on Freedom FM 87.9. Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being
We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us. not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John K.O.K. and Princess Elisa Vanche Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? Then people come and pay. How we the EPA with me? The son of me, they get it wrong. My husband has initiated a sagging from people.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you told us. You even. Yeah, so why the rest now stable? No job, no food, no food on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you not alive. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
It's not easy.
You was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people. Tell me who you rather came to rescue now. You and your rescue team. I swear, it's a rescue. You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Khan Oliver Khan. I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley. Jointly, we will talk more about the issues making the news in our country, Liberia, beginning with Montserrat County Senator Darius DeLon. Senator Darius DeLong was able to bring to the attention of the government he brought to power a very critical issue relative to job creation and job sustainability in the country. The Montserrat County Senator made it very clear that in the absence of job creation and sustainability, the rescue government, could be a one-term administration. That is what he said from perspective. And so we're going to be looking deeply into the senator's comments. What is it for Liberia? What is it for the Senate? What is it for ye as an individual? All of these plus many others will be discussed on the platform, in addition to a very tragic situation that occurred during the course of the weekend. The Liberian president, His Excellency Joseph Yoman Boakai, ignore blind people who are disabled. Individuals living with disability. They were being ignored by President Boakai as he drove past in his $1.3 million convoy on the Capitol Hill. On the Capitol Hill, Executive Mansion office of the president. Now we go again. Why blind people were crying, asking for the government's intervention. The Liberian president, in his $1.2 million convoy, was able to drive past the blind and disabled individuals. One of the blind ladies said, "So the president can even stop for us?" And so these are things we're going to be talking about on the platform. Plus other issues bordering on the survivability of the Liberian people. It is still an issue between the city police, individuals, and marketeers in Monrovia. We saw several of their markets being seized on today. They were crying, agitating for their markets to be released to them by the city police officers. While that is also going on, we witnessed during the course of the weekend a very, very tragic situation from Bond County, where a little over 3 Liberian citizens, young prominent citizens of our country, died as a result of spark and dye drugs in the country. These plus many other issues are going to continue to make the list on our platform until we start to witness job provision in the country, until we start to see hunger and destitution reducing to a greater level, until we see drugs, leaving our country for the good of our people. In the absence of these things happening in the country, we're going to continue to advocate. We're going to continue to talk more about solving these problems confronting the Liberian people. We take a break. When we come back, we bring you the rest of the conversation here on 87.9. My name is Kai. For those of you playing the cash giveaway, by the time we are done from our break, we're going to be giving you some money here on the platform. Just hold on in few seconds. By the time we return, we're going to be paying somebody $5,000, and we are hoping to pay a lot more people on the platform. The more you play, the better your chances are. Continue to play by dialing *255*1#. I repeat, keep dialing *255*1#. It is just $50 Liberian to play. And when you are deeply lucky, you're going to win for yourself $5,000, or better still $10,000 if the threshold continues to rise. You can win for yourself between $5,000 to $10,000 Liberian on the platform. And by the way, all of you who are playing during the course of the week, you stand a chance to win for yourself bags of rice during the course of the weekend. So either on Friday, you can win your rice. You can win the rice Saturday night. You could also win the rice on Sunday night. Whatever the case is, once you are a winner of the rice, the next Monday, you can come here and collect your rice from the radio station. 87.9. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia.
a rescue.
Radio Crime Stoppers Liberia is our sponsor. When we come back,
Who you give the rescue?
we bring you in Liberia as well,
You not give him the people what they want.
right here on your People's Radio.
Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, people say not like you.
And guess what? Then people come and play. Oh. I swear. How are we the EPA with me? The song I want me to get it. We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Morocco.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the sort of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Morocco.
Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Freedom Hop on 87.9. Like I said, $1.2 million. One of the president car, two cars, $1.2 million. The people, blind people, poor people, disabled people, what we can say, crippled people. They were standing up Capitol Hill, backing the papi. Papi, who back you? The man who you put over us. They may eating our money. Some our cherry in school. We hungry. We did one. Alexa, the president passed by those people without stopping in his $1.2 million vehicle. What do you say? Good afternoon. Welcome.
The president got it going on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's no longer living alone.
It fits perfectly.
Yeah, he's not living alone anymore.
So, yeah.
He's not relying on Stanton and Costa to keep dropping money.
No more ego lending.
Oh, yeah.
He now has a lot of different egos. So, but I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you.
Mhm.
However, when you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. We have a lot to talk about, and I know all of you are basically just looking forward to what our analysis will be regarding yesterday's event.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about that.
Very, very
And,
sad. Very sad,
Yeah, frustrating.
Yeah.
And we're also going to talk about Dillon. I did not follow 100%, but I'm sure we're going to play.
Yes, we'll play what Dillon, what
we're going to
Senator
play
Dillon
what
said.
he said.
And by the
yesterday.
way, I told him I'm going to have it on the list today that we were going to be having the conversation today. I told Senator Dillon, so he's aware. So
that's someone we don't really talk about.
Yeah, so
oftentimes, especially on this.
this one will not be gossiping.
But we don't gossip.
Yeah.
We don't.
So the point is this one will be informing the people who will be talking about.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't
today-
appear like we are gossiping.
So we're talking about
You
you
know,
today.
so-
So if you can listen,
So
listen.
I was even share the link of this show with the President Boaka, because at a certain point in time he will be drawn into it. By the way, I get it probably 2 numbers. You go Blackie. You go black President Boaka, 2 numbers. I got it. You go black it. Yeah. You go black me from his numbers. We'll still share the link there. Let him be able to see it and know what the people are saying about the country he's in charge of. But by the way, that is where we are, Alexa. So we'll keep paying money on today.
Yeah. So a reminder, I need to talk about Orange Liberia. So Oliver is talking about he's going to pay money using Freedom Win Liberia cash giveaway.
And there are people on the line already
Yeah.
waiting to be paid.
So
quickly.
Orange Liberia still has this Orange Money Mega Wave,
Mhm.
and this is phase 2. So today I'm going to talk about the qualifications, especially across 3 different groups.
That's right.
We have customers. For customers to qualify,
Mhm.
you must perform each of the below Orange Money transactions every week. Make sure you deposit money in your Orange Money wallet. Also do Orange Money withdrawal and send money. So if Oliver want to be a part of this, Oliver needs to deposit money in his Orange Money wallet. He also needs to send me money, and he also needs to withdraw money. So weekly prize is 100,000. That's for one winner. And at the end of the day, in December, we have one grand winner, and that prize is $1 million Liberian dollars. Also, for agents to qualify, you need to conduct at least 50 cash in and 50 cash out transactions per day. Weekly, again, you win 100,000 Liberian dollars, and December,
Mhm.
1 million. So in December, only one person winning 1 million, for the record.
$1 million.
1 million Liberian dollars.
Wow.
And yeah, and also for agents, not for agent, but for merchants to qualify, you need to receive at least 10 Orange Money payments weekly.
Good.
And the same price is 100,000, and grand price is 1 million Liberian dollars, and that's in December. So continue to play. We also still have this international offer, star 250
Mhm.
hash.
Mhm.
You can activate any voice and whatever you want to do, voice bundles or data bundles to talk to your friends. And locally, we have star 888 hash for local calls as well. So that's going to last you up to an entire month.
Okay.
So basically,
Okay. So quickly, Alexa, before we start the real conversation,
do we have somebody?
Yes, that's what I want us to
Okay.
do. So we're gonna give them the next 2-3 minutes. In the next 2-3 minutes, I would need the number to go to where we want it to be. Then we'll try to give somebody $5,000 and start the conversation. So
Ooh.
5,000 could buy you a bag of rice.
Bag
It
of
could buy you a
rice.
few bottle of stout. Give the children recess for tomorrow, the weekend, and that is going to be very essential for you. It's going to be an interesting package. So
Oliver doesn't go without a bottle of stout.
just 50 Liberian dollars when you dial. I think beer companies should be hiring me as brand ambassador for.
I think you need to be signed
for stout.
as the brand ambassador for
we need to
Guinness
go to
Guinness
we
products.
need to go to Bridgeway Club. Monrovia Club Breweries. We need to go there for that conversation, because
every day you're talking about.
I do a lot
you're
of
talking
I do a lot of
stout
free
every
promotion
day.
free promotion for,
Yeah.
for stout Guinness. I mean, it's just look, other companies, other countries, people make a lot of money just by mentioning the product though. But anyway, I'm sure they are my future partner, so that's not
Yeah.
an issue. But the more you play, the better your chances are. So, like I said, $5,000 could give you a bag of rice, a few bottle of water in your crib, a few bottle of stout, munch on it. And the more you play, the better your chances are. So continue to play. It's just 50 Liberian dollars. Once you play 50 Liberian dollars, you stand a chance to win $5,000. Or if the transaction continues to go higher up, you could also win for yourself. $10,000. But let's see who could be the very first person who will walk away with some money on the platform. But today we're going to be talking about a situation that occurred up Capitol. It was very, very, very sad. A sad moment for us in the country. Imagine the president of our country, His Excellency. Okay, I almost said Doctor.
Yeah, I know.
His Excellency
I know.
President Joseph Boakai. The old man in his two luxurious Lexus Jeeps, two identical cars, $1.2 million just for two cars. Then the other car, then we can be doing wow. The money not there. So when we put all the cars in there together, we're talking almost $2 million. Why the president be driving in the whole convoy? He drove past about 19 to 20 blind people in their sick enablers. You drove past them. You're riding two million plus vehicles in powered by poor people. He could not stop to say, "What are you guys saying?" I remember Ellen Johnson Sirleaf stood. I mean, she got down from a vehicle and met the wives of deceased AFL personnel, meaning how many people were women. She met them. She met protesting teachers. She met protesting students. President Weah did similar thing. He met rape victims. I mean, we expected that the rescue president would have, since it was the executive mansion already, there was no need. The mansion is well protected. I mean, these are blind people. What do they have? Alexa, what do they have? Blind people. What would the blind people?
You also have security there
No,
all the time.
simple.
So.
Before the president arrives somewhere, there is something called the advanced team. Is within the EPS. That should be unit 77 or so. I mean, headed by unit 77, whatever the case is. You got to go ahead. Unit 77 will go ahead and do all of the. And so that the executive mansion ground now, they can do much there because the place is already a base. EPA headquarters right beyond there. Yeah, it's right off the scene. He's probably going to get, and what is going to happen? He rests at office. All the security concentrated right there. I mean, it was only human. It was only compassionate indeed, were he to have gotten down from those beautiful vehicles, $1.2 million. What they spent to buy it? Get down and go to people who are just hungry, waiting for $5 to eat. That would have been a clear manifestation of what a rescue president is. We don't start the topic yet. We're only trying to find those who are going to be winning here on 87.9. And so when you play by dialing star 255, star 1#, the more you play, the better your chances are to win. When you play, you're going to be having the chance to win yourself some money. So let's go, Alexa. Let's go and collect some resources. But something we have not done on this platform for, can I say, for a long time. I'm not too sure we've done that. Is to recognize some of our people who are on the live. So while trying to find the people who are winning, let's recognize this one. The
We
people who
rarely do that,
who-
especially here.
who are watching. Yeah.
So we have Fatu Sharif. She is watching us as well. We have Gabriel West. We have Ma Helena M. Brown.
Okay.
We have Ralph Cooper, David Junior Kai. I don't know if I'm getting your name's pronunciation right, but we have Dati Tokwa. We have Wonder. Oh, Wonder.
David Junior Clay.
Where's that?
Yeah, that name. The name you're talking
David
about.
Junior Kai, because Kieyee. We have Peter One Day.
Okay.
We have Samuel Moba, Henry Davis, Prince Zion. I'm not saying the names are no personally. I guess they're going to join in later on.
Okay.
We have Musa A. Sharif. We have Abraham B. Kroma. He's also watching from Iron Factory Community.
Okay.
Mohammed Masakwe. He's also following us from Freeport District number 14, CDC headquarters, probably, or I don't know. We have Rufus Coco Nevins. He's watching us from the University of Liberia campus. We have Gate Harris. Gate, oh, that's a nice name. But I love Wonder.
Okay, Harris Gada is a nice name.
No, it's
I'm just asking.
names,
I'm just asking.
Gate Harris, Gate. So that's okay.
James Lammy.
Yeah, Paul Jasper. Yes, I know him. Paul F.
Yeah,
Jasper.
Yeah.
He's watching us.
Morris, good friend,
Jesse.
Jesse. Yep.
Asata M. Miller.
Yeah, I said good afternoon, KOK and Alexa. I'm watching
live from Red Light.
to
haven't been there
to be on the show. Asata, you're very, very loyal follower. Thomas Sabo. Thomas Sabo.
Asata personally?
She's a follower of mine on social media. I know her.
Okay.
I haven't seen her personally. I haven't seen her one-on-one, but she's a follower. So Thomas Sabo. He said he's watching from Johnsonville. They suspended their coordinator in a press statement a couple of days ago.
We have Tina Cooper. Good morning, KOK and Alexa. I'm watching from Denver,
Colorado, the USA. Wow. Denver,
so
Colorado. Denver sounds like Dover. Dover is in Delaware.
My boss married to Isho, my people.
No, I ain't eating sure.
I know you.
I bought a sneakers from Dover.
Why is it?
Yeah, and I still have that sneakers though. I bought it from Dover at the Burlington store. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He got it going on, but not like President Boakai.
No,
President Boakai is in his own league.
No,
and he's on his own level. And we're going to discuss his different levels he's on.
Alfonso K. Lama. Hello, KOK and Alexa. I'm watching from Right Light. Okay, so T Nixon Gallo. He says, "Hi, princess, not KOK." Okay, no issue. Come and suspend you from the show now.
Next thing, do not say hi to me. Say hi to KOK.
Okay, so
Dorothy Desayu. Okay, yeah, that's my own Oma.
Yeah, Oma Dorothy Desayu. Yeah.
My mom, Rebecca Stein, is also watching us from Minnesota.
James Doyle, Philip Morris. Hi, Oliver. Philip Morris.
What are you reading? I'm not seeing.
Philip Morris, come way down. You see, Philip Morris. Hi, Oliver. That's how she can sound.
You're sounding like her.
Hi, Oliver. Philip Morris. Hi, Oliver. I'm Johnny from Amsterdam. What's that? T Nimla we said. But again, we're good. We got to go back.
I can't believe we just did this.
Oh, yeah.
Like we don't do this.
We
at all
don't do
right
this
here.
on our show for
don't.
yeah. I can't
We
remember the last
don't.
time. We
We
just
don't.
come
It's
here.
just
We
like-
start
it's like
firing.
really,
You
really
know,
hard.
the content be too serious. So by
Okay,
the time we come-
William Kiss
Smowu. He's from Staten Island. He's my
Yeah,
man. He's
from
my
New
man from
York.
Staten Island, New York. William Smowu. Dorcas
We're
Bailey.
saying hello to all of you. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll not be able to read all.
Dorcas Bailey from Phoenix, Atlanta.
Do you know her
Oh yeah,
personally or
not
your...
personally, not personally. Sonati Nixon from Oro, Favor Paul, Momo Cassell,
He's watching us from California.
California.
USA.
Oh yeah. Christian Segway.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Christian
I'm
Segway is
following
from
this.
representing Abu Kamara's office. Christian Segway.
Hello, Christian.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Be calling the people. Let's see what. Let's see.
We're really on this.
Let's see whether we can pay somebody money. By the time we come out, we'll come and go do the show.
So,
I also see old man Samson watching from Dubai.
yeah, J Augustus, G help.
So old man Samson got Dubai. We don't know.
We don't know.
Old man Samson. I'm watching from Burj Khalifa, 45th floor.
No, Zebra is watching from Paris.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are yourself?
Thank God, I'm okay.
I'm calling you from Freedom FM 87.9.
Yes.
Where are you joining us from?
I joined you from Braville.
Bravo, you play our cash giveaway. I had the assistant telling us.
Yes.
How many
I
times
play.
You played today?
I played 4
How many times?
times.
4 times.
Yeah.
You spend 200 LD.
Yeah.
Then you go check your telephone, you get 5,000 LD there.
Wow.
Check your telephone. You got 5,000 LD on your telephone.
Thank God.
Check it.
Thank you.
Check it and call us right back, my dear. Check it and
All
call us
right,
back.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't forget to call back.
Okay, I will call back.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right.
Okay.
Um,
So you see it?
Adolphus J. You see, I call you and you say I won't get angry. You have the same name as my designer. It may in beef, Nana, you joking with me. But thank you for following us.
William K. Small will mention I'm calling tomorrow. It's very important. Staten Island.
I should call you too,
When
William.
I went to no, I haven't gone to America before, but I
But
went.
what's gonna be issue again?
No, I haven't been to America. But I wanted to see William when I went to, but
It's okay.
I'll see you, William. Hopefully next year, we'll try and go back and go see something. Okay, so that's why it is. So somebody just won themselves some money. So the choice is yours as well to play.
Yeah,
And
continue
you could be
playing.
one of our lucky winners on the platform. The more you play, the better your chances are on 87.9 Freedom Radio Liberia, Win Liberia, cash giveaway loaded. Now, Alexa, let's go and watch what is happening to our country. I want all of you to take your time and follow this particular clip. Take your time and listen to it. Okay. Yeah. Why are we trying to play it? Let's see if we can get our get back. Hello.
Yeah, I saw you. Thank you.
How much you saw?
5,000 LD.
5,000 LD. What is your name, man?
Yeah. Omni Manaba.
Manaba.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations again.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we leave it right there. Alexa, let's go and play our stuff. It should be on.
It is.
Okay.
And
Just hold on. Put it there. Pull.
this is it.
Chris, I think you will have to come.
It appears as an image.
Yeah, Chris, you will have to come. Okay, just hold on.
Okay.
Yes, you are the one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. But it's not easy here. And of course, you following the activity. The visually impaired is in tussle with the police officer. It's not easy. Please share the video here at the executive action. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. The visually impaired is tussling with the police. And so there you have it. There you have it. The police I'm a police man. I'm a police.
Okay. So hold on. We're coming to bring it back to you. This is exactly what was happening on yesterday. Hold on.
What a man! What a man! Whoa, you feel Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. But it's not easy here. And of course, you following the activity. The visually impaired is in tussle with the police officer. It's not easy. Please share the video here at the executive action. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. The visually impaired is tussling with the police. And so there you have it. There you have it. The police. I'm a police man. I'm a police. What a man! What a man! Whoa, you feel it, woman? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. But it's not easy here. And of course, you following the activity. The visually impaired is in tussle with the police officer. It's not easy. Please share the video here at the executive action. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. The visually impaired is tussling with the police. And so there you have it.
The police.
There you have it.
I don't know what are the group, how to fix things or what about the case is, but it's not a blind people. Look, I saw Gregory Como man beating, Capitol building protesters. I saw him ordering, police to shoot involve protesters and kill them. I saw police people, beating on other protesters in the country. But I have never ever one day imagine that the police will go to the extent
Ladies and gentlemen,
of
this is
beating
where we
blind
are.
people.
But it's not easy here.
Of beating
And
blind
of
people.
course, you following the activity. The visually impaired is in tussle with the police officer. It's not easy. Please share the video here at the executive action. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. The visually impaired is tussling with the police. And so there you have it. There you have it. The police. I'm a police man. I'm a police.
Okay, so after that was happening, Alexa, the reason, we'll go back. So go back to full string. The reason why they were beating on the blind people was because they got informed that the president was approaching, right? That the president was approaching. So all they needed to have done was get the blind people off the road. Whatever the case is, you heard the journalist who was on the scene. The police in tussle with the blind people. Police should not be. That's what we keep telling the people. The police force is an inclined force, Alexa. Those guys are decent. They are intelligent. They only take order based on who's instructing them. The same police operator here under the CDC administration. The same police used to give people cold water during protest dates. When the citizens who insult key individuals in the government, the same police gave them cold water and gave them food to eat. The only reason is not because the police never had gun or baton, but they did so because their commanding authorities, from the president to the police director and the rest of the people, felt that these are citizens. They have their rights to express themselves. And by expressing themselves, it's not a violation of any law to warrant them being beaten or killed in the worst case scenario. How come the same police is this intolerant? How come the same police is this intolerant? To the point where the police is in a tussle. To the point where the police is in a tussle with blind people. Man, look, that's not United Party and CDC thing anymore. The country going down. The country is retrogressing badly. The rule of law is becoming a threat to our survivability and sustainability as a country. We cannot sustain the peace we have when the rule of law will continue to be a threat to the citizens. If blind people cannot have access to go and agitate, they are complaining about the man who they place over them as head of the disabled community. They said the man ain't giving them money. The man can receive Google Tina. He's taking everything for himself. He's not looking after them. They kept complaining all in that disabled commission. Nobody want to listen. So they thought to come and protest like any other group of people would do, Alexa. And when the MCS students, had issue with their teachers in going to class and they came on the road, the same way with the disabled people, the blind people, they said, look, our man, same things, who you put over us, Mr. President, he's not doing well for us. He's not giving us what we need. He is not solving our problems. So they came on the road to petition you, the president, so that you see them and have that compassionate, feelings towards them. Besides that, your wife, the first lady, is head of the group of 77. The disabled community falls directly under the first lady office. Since you are her husband, you come in to work in the morning, they say, okay, let go, so her husband will see us. Then you will tell a woman, say, those people, then you got to go and started beating the people. Prior to his arrival, they started beating the blind people. The video is there. You can go and watch it. You can go and watch it and see what's happening. Till the other blind woman who was initially beaten decided to fire the police. She didn't even know who she was fighting. Like her cheering her, or you were telling her in front of you. That's how she was attacking. Because the woman is blind. When you go to fight a blind woman like that, what do you expect? She will retaliate. Look, it is about time the government decide to use common sense, especially the police, to tackle some of the issues. The same way you went to that other ball place and you go kill the ball in cold blood. Alexa, you remember when they were shooting the ball? Mm-hmm. Who they say had mental health issue? Mm-hmm. Whenever you are called to address any issue in the country, you should use your common sense. The police training academy, the first thing you will learn there are common sense. Before they start teaching you from the police manual, your common sense should be intact. Look, if I had a chance to have been the commander on ship or the commander in charge of that team that went there, the first thing by the time we receive our assignment will be brief as to what kind of assignment we're going for. Nobody will call you to the police basement and say, Alexa, you and your team, you're going to JFK. There is a situation there. Y'all go. No, they don't do it that way. Alexa go to JFK. There is a situation there. They got some patients who are protesting. Some nurses are also protesting. Then you know what your targets are or who your targets are. They don't just tell you to go to JFK. There is a situation. Go put it under control. No, they will give you some initial briefing. Because the reporting officer who was at JFK, when he's sending the report rather to Central, he will send the report based on what's happening. And it is based on his report. Central will prepare a team to do an emergency response. So if we had a chance to have gone there, the first thing the commander should have done way ahead of time, the megaphone and way assisting from the chair. Police people get their own. Use a megaphone. Hey, there's the police. Because the people are blind, they can see. Right? They're blind, they can see. Even the cheering who holding them, the cheering are not the target. He said, well, there's the police. We are your friends. We want to help you. We want to help put the situation under control. And so we are here, to look into your concern. Then you gradually go to them peacefully. Look, what is the situation here? What's happening? Oh, that's your boss man saying this. Yeah, but it's so hard. Listen, the RG say, I'm gonna carry you in the police conference room. Let's go wait there. The president will soon come. By the time the president comes, we'll tell your leaders and carry your leaders to the mansion. Oh, yeah, I know somebody out there saying, but you're not getting mandate from the president. How do you do that? No. Common sense. Common sense. Common sense. I know you may be lying because the executive mansion did not authorize you as the commanding officer on the ground. But the first thing, your first creed, your first obligation is to protect what? Life and property. And to ensure that law and order is maintained. So when you tell them, look, you just that, let go sit down in the IG conference room, right across the way to the mansion. By the time the president come, we'll call your leaders, we'll go to the president, you'll have a conversation with him. We understand your situation because these are blind people. Any capacity to do anything that can overpower the police. You bring 1,000 blind people, 10 police people can subdue them. Right? So it ain't anything. All you need to do was to go to them and put them. So you take them to RG conference room, order a food, let people eat. Let people eat. While all of that is happening, you go to Greg and tell Greg, say, my man, Chief, with all due respect, sir, allow the put in your conference room. Please call Colina Cry. Please call Colina to the public office, say the blind people in here. Colina, go to the people and talk to them. These are people who can understand. They will understand exactly what the situation is. They will talk to her. They will explain. She too will give them some assurances. If the president is so busy that he will not want to meet them, there will also be another senior officer. That's why of all the presidents we have been having, Alexa, President Bagaga, they hire number of advisors. So if he was so busy, he could find somebody old Babylon who are advisors in the mansion. Put 2-3 of the old Babylon together and go there and go talk to them. Talk to them, reimburse them, get in their copy. Because some of them took their full money. They took their full money to come to town to do the protest. Get us some of their copy. Then the issue they will be presenting against their bossman, Sam Dix, who you appointed over there as head of the Disabled Commission, then you can look into it and give them assurance that within a period of time, we'll address the situation. Then you can commission an investigation, set up an investigative team to look into allegations brought forward by the individuals, get their point, their focus person, just in case the Dix man is trying to lie or refute what they are saying, the focus man will be there to counter with his own evidence. Come on, this is simple governance. It doesn't require you taking police people to go beat people who can see, man. That's how wicked you people are. Simple governance. What in the thing I just explaining that worrying you beating people? Use your common sense, but because the police is being teleguided in a way that they only see violent responses as the only option. And who's doing it? Their bosses, from the president down to the police director. These police officers they are very trained. They are decent people. They were not like this. The police officers were never like this. They were never behaving the way they are behaving today. The only reason why they're acting the way they're acting because their bosses have changed. The director of police is no longer the one who used to be there. The president of the country is no longer the one who used to be there. So they are peaceful director of police. They have peaceful president. The ones that have these days, they are vindictive. They are ruthless. You protest the K. You protest the tear gas you. Blind people again. What risks do they pose to the presidency? What risks? Now that's not the biggest one. Let's say before you come in, we take calls and we go to the Dillon issue. Stanton Witherspoon, who supported this administration, himself was very astonished by what transpired on yesterday. I want you to take a time, Alexa. After Stanton, then you will come in and we can sum it up so that the people will know exactly what we are confronted with. This is sad. Very, very sad. Very sad. Even Alexa who had never been in any boss cat, you gave Alexa an assignment, she would have talked to those people quietly and to do them. What happened to the females in the police? Alexa, what happened to the female police officers? Some of the issues send the female officers there to talk to the people. Majority of the people who are there, they are women. Alexa? Get some of the female police officers and just put a few men around there. Let them go there. By the time the women here, they are free women. Oh, sister, Mani, Helena, they are from 11 national. Let's move from in the sun. Let's go sit down. We'll get your water. We'll find something for you to eat in the meantime. We're not from the marshal, we're just from the police. Our job is to make sure there will be law and order. We understand all your things you're expressing, but we're not the right people to solve the problem. But we can't let you be in the sun whole day. Some of y'all got so much cheering and not healthy for you. So we beg you who you're for. As you're talking, you owing some of them steak, and you're trying to tell the cheering and say, oh, bring your auntie on the side, let power on the side to go to the police conference room. Come on, that's very simple. But to just think that any single thing that appear on the road, that any single human being that will appear on the road to express that their grievance, it mean that person a CDC person or that person is against the government. That's a terrible, terrible mindset the government is harboring. It's a terrible perception the government is building. So how will you know that you are running the country badly now if you do not even have the tolerance level to accommodate opposing views? That black people will go on the road, you go flog them? I mean, how are you running the country? And all the things you're doing, there will be a day where you guys think you will come to an end. How will some of you look back in the community to live? How will some of you go back to the communities? How will you go back to the communities? What was difficult in handling that issue peacefully? Oh yeah, I agree. The lady was fighting, but she was fighting because somebody did something to her. The approach you take to the crime scene or whatever scene alone can de-escalate tension, or it can escalate the very tension. We told you about the King George thing. You had no reason running King George with firing. When you started firing, you escalated the situation instead of de-escalating it. Yeah, stop, man. Stop it. But let's hear what Stenton said about them. So after they finished beating the people, President Baka started coming. The black people then expected that the president would have stopped. Because everything that happened up that hill, they can brief him. Expecting that he would have stopped. Come and see what is happening. This is Stenton himself explaining.
So you saw that escort one. Okay. We need comfort. Questions of comfort. So this is the comfort of the president, President Joseph Yoman Boaka. So let's see what are some of the steps the president will take maybe after reaching his office. Then leave the road.
There you have it. This able group of 77, they talk to the street. They said, we just want small thing. It rained, it's rough. But the object, the president convoy drove by. They were crying. Papa, we don't want to eat. It's rough. We beg, they call the girl for $5. Just talk to me. That put some, he won't think in days. But the president convoy drove by, and the people left, the children left in chair, the disabled left in chair. We're talking about what in the budget for them, and the vice president offer, what is he doing? We're talking about it, but those group left in chair. I saw today President Baka driving by the group of 77. The children were crying, Papa, we can't eat, we're hungry. President Baka, oh God, pass by that in this country. Yeah, man. But if you don't there, the other guy said, my children got nothing to eat. President Baka escort and convoy them drove by. Just drove by. I don't know how we explain the one, but we explain tired. Take a little snippet.
So I say, while I will go to school, our children go to school, they don't have time.
You got children?
Child.
You got child?
Yes.
Wow. So how you got there this morning? Because you live distant.
Okay, Alexa, that is it for you. The president passed by them. He didn't stop. All the two BB cars were in bought 1.2 million pass, and said, "Let the blind people then. They don't mean them blind. Let them go to the office. I'm not here for them. Let them go. Go ahead."
So I'm just going to, tapping on what you said. If you listen to this platform every now and then, You always hear me talk about leaders that are empathetic. You always hear me talk about leaders that are compassionate, because when you have a compassionate leader, when you have an empathetic leader, you understand exactly how that leader is going to handle different issues. And for me, I think it is a sad thing to have these men and women be treated the way they were yesterday, because I know whenever you go to your leaders, whenever you call on your leaders, you need solutions to a problem that you're unable to solve, or or problem that you cannot resolve on your own. So you go ahead to look for solutions, you go ahead to look for, your leader to intervene. So, like every other day, yesterday again was an eventful day in Liberia, because for the first time, I stand to be corrected. Personally, for the first time, I saw a group of, visually impaired um, people gathered at the executive mansion just to talk to the president, because they are not okay with the person who is their leader to head, the entire people living with disabilities, Dean, I think Sam Dean or Samuel Dean, one of those names. So they had gathered together to talk to Joseph Boakai as Liberia's president. They had gone there to seek his intervention. They had gone there just to tell him, "Hey, Mr. President, we're not really okay with what's happening. We don't want that guy to be our leader. We don't want him to be our head. So we're here to you to please help us intervene and do what you can do." That was, I think, the major reason they went there. But what was much anticipated, to have their president listen to them, turns into something else that they did not expect. Because I'm sure they had gone there just to talk to him, just to talk to Joseph Boakai. But then the police acted unprofessionally again. This is not the first time. We've had a series of events where the Liberia National Police has acted in a manner that doesn't seem professional at all. It seems like it is just one of our private one of the private institutions we have, where you have one person just controlling how you're going to sort out different issues out there, when you're supposed to have common sense, as Oliver said, when you're supposed to know exactly how to handle certain things. I remember, just for reference, the mobiles situation that you mentioned. Someone called you, "Hey, we have this person who is behaving in a certain way, help us." You went there without taking into consideration what was told to you. And at the end of the day, you gunned down that man. Today, he is not with us. He is dead. So similar to that, that's basically what happened yesterday. Those people went there because they just needed to talk. For President Boakai, I'm going to handle his own part of the story. 100%, I'm going to do that. But I think the Liberia National Police should stop behaving the way they do all the time. That is a professional force. That is a force that protects properties, protects lives. So if you were there and someone calls you, or if you were there to provide that, Liberians have gathered together to see the president, and you're there to provide security or whatever it is, do not go there with a mind where you're already angry. We know the country is the way it is, and everybody is angry at a point in time. People get up in the morning, they're already angry. So if you're angry, do not take it out on those people who are just going there to talk to their leader. Do not. To fight or blind lady, or lady who is visually impaired, she cannot see. If that is not something that is really, really sad, I don't know what is. Because you can handle people who see with violence. Even though we're saying do not be violent with anybody, we still continue to see the police force, especially some of the officers, being violent. But for heaven's sake, now, your common sense, you should be caring for those people. You should be able to talk to them Make them understand, hey, even if the president, even if the president had guests that he was going to see and it was very urgent to have gone to meet guests, international guests, or whoever the guest is, use your common sense, as Oliver said, and tell the people, hey, you cannot see the president now. The president has a meeting he is running to and he cannot stop. So just be patient and wait a little bit. That will not kill you. It will not take away anything from you. It will not take away the fact that you are in the police force. No, it wouldn't. So sometimes just use your own discretion in the process. At that same time, use it. You guys continue to make this a trend. The same recommendations were provided when you guys killed Matthew Moba. We said the same thing. When you're going somewhere where you have people who are going through something, just have it at the back of your mind that you need to know how to handle that crisis. Crisis management is important. You have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to be physically prepared, mentally stable, because you're going there as a professional. You're not going there as an amateur. You're not going there as a person who was just picked up from somewhere and you're like, hey, let's go there, and you just go talk to them. No, you're going there as a professional. That's why you're called. And look what you did. That was the first time I watched it, when you just played Oliver. I didn't even see that yesterday because I had a lot going on. But that shouldn't have happened. It is really sad. So how do you then look in people's faces and tell them, I am from the Liberia National Police and we are very professional? The things you do, the things you exhibit, the things that are displayed, do not say anything about this force being professional, even though we have a lot of responsible men there. We have a lot of responsible women there. But again, when you have someone who is a content creator just heading the entire force, the instructions you're going to get, maybe that's what you're going to go by. Because if you were called and the inspector told you, based on what happened the first time with Moba, we have to be careful how we handle all the situations, you'll be able to understand how to handle it. Blind people, you're fighting that lady, like going back and forth. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So that is not something that should happen. And just watching it again and again, it just seems like, this is we should not even be playing this, but we have to, for people to understand exactly what's happening. So you're not getting anybody in your era that understand how the human minds work. There are people who, when they're just going back and forth, arguing, you just talk to them calmly, they're going to sit back. And also, the people went there to see Joseph Boakai. So Joseph Boakai passing 100%, they will stand up and be like, oh, the president, it happens all the time. So you tell them, maybe go back a little bit or say something to them. But to be like hauling and pulling, no, that was not it. That was not okay. And to Joseph Boakai, Liberia's president. This is when you have someone. I'm not saying Joseph Boakai, who is our president, is not compassionate. If he is not compassionate, well, that's on him. But I've always said we need a compassionate and empathetic leader. Whether you are the president of the republic, you need to have compassion. You need to have empathy. Let's agree. You had a meeting with some international guests, or you had an urgent meeting to go to. And then you because I'm sure you were told that blind people, I don't like to say blind people, visually impaired people are there. They want to talk to you, or they're here because they're not satisfied with Dean, who is their head. So they want to talk to you. The guy is eating their money. Their children are not in school. They don't have money to eat and all that. I'm sure the president was told. He was told at a point in time. Someone might have said something to him, because the people were already there, and then you had media outlets going live and all that. So I'm sure the president probably saw a bit of what was happening. So let's agree, Mr. President, you had a meeting to go to, and it was very important. It was an urgent meeting. You needed to be there. You didn't have to miss. The best thing you could have done. Maybe you slow down a little bit and your windshield is brought down and you just wave a little bit and then you give an instruction that, hey, I'm going to a meeting. It wouldn't take just a few seconds. I'm going to a meeting, and when I'm done, in case I'm done in time, we're going to talk. If it doesn't happen today, it is going to happen. That's an assurance. That's you telling them you see them. That's you telling them you hear them. But now you don't have the time to just basically talk with them for an entire, maybe an hour or a couple of minutes because you have a meeting to run to. If you had done that as the leader, they had gone to have an intervention, a timely intervention. They would have said, well, the person already told us is going to a meeting. We're going to talk. Hopefully, maybe this week or next week, we're going to talk. So you've already told them. So they will have no of the easiest ways. But again, you people know everything. You have education, you have sophistication, you have experience, so you know how to handle it your way. But your way is not always the best way, because your way will leave people hurt, your way will leave people sad, and your way will leave people struggling going back home. Imagine one of the ladies yesterday said the money she should have taken to get food to eat along with her parents, she used that as transportation just to go to the executive mansion. So some people went there with our money. They managed to get there. So if you were going to reimburse, just reimburse them what they used to go there, that was also going to be okay. It shows compassion. But no, that's another conversation for another day. That's another conversation for another day. And then when people start to use words like, oh, these people are heartless, they're wicked, and they're intentionally doing this to have Liberians to suffer, to have visually impaired and people living with disabilities to do these things, you will say, oh, we're using all sort of words. And that's not it. The things we see and the way you act, that's exactly how people are going to describe your actions. What happened yesterday, it shouldn't have happened. If I don't want to do any comparison, but I can promise you, if it were George Weah, and let's assume George, I know he would never do that, but if George Weah just pass by blind people want to go tell the people to the executive mansion, say, oh, we're not happy with Dean, we want new person because Dean eating our money. Then this situation stay on all the social media, everybody talking about element too wicked. But Joseph Walker is there, and I think people are getting used to these things, and it is not a good thing when people get used to things that are not compassionate, because it clearly says that as the leader, you don't care about them, and it is not okay. You cannot have people to get to you. Imagine when we had the peaceful march against Jaws and all that, you called those people after the day and talked to them. You had a whole conversation with the leaders. So what is different? You could have done the same thing, not on yesterday, but you could have at least said something or sent somebody to say something to them so that they can be able to be hopeful that, yeah, we'll talk to our president, not today, but at least he has already said to us he would talk to us, and he's basic. That's you being a leader as well. I don't have to be a president to know that. These are things that happen every single day in your communities, in your homes. There are people who are dissatisfied and they want to talk in the moment, and you're not ready to talk. So you give it time, but you make sure they understand that we're going to talk later on. That's how responsible people act. That's how people who understand, leadership act. But I think that's another conversation for another day. But that shouldn't have happened. And I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really, really so sorry to all of you for what you went through yesterday. And that's not something we want to see always in Liberia. No, we don't want to see, people living with disabilities suffer in that manner. We don't want to see visually impaired people suffer in that manner. No, we want to have a space for everybody, because Joseph Walker, our president, promised that everybody will be able to enjoy this country, whether you're blind, you're a cripple, or whoever you are, ordinary citizen or not. He's going to rescue all of us. So you guys just went there to say, Mr. President, we need rescue because our leader not correct. And then you go back kick. We are back kick that send you way to the Atlantic Ocean. But we're praying and we're also hopeful.
Okay, I want to play this piece from Senator Dillon. Then I hear what you say, and I will come to a climax. Then we go to the lines and take calls. On yesterday, this video popped up on social media. I want you, the Librarian people and Alexa, to listen to Senator Dillon, and let's hear what he said. You know, your initial take on it. Then we can wrap it up and come back to the telephone line. Listen to Senator Dillon.
Mr. President of the Senate, Madam Pro Tem, distinguished colleagues, the issue about the work permit is not nothing new, so I'm not going to go all around this. Just like today, the country are open to domestic debt that have been audited. It's the same way we will continue to hammer this thing about work permit until we get it right. Until we are satisfied that the judge will provide it, by the laws will pass, by the concession will ratify, that our people will get jobs because they qualify and not because they partisan. So I'm asking the endorsement of the plenary to commission the GSE to audit the work permit regime. To get work permit in Liberia, like it is, I believe, everywhere in the world, the person who is being issued a work permit must first demonstrate that they have been resident in Liberia and get resident permits over time. And before you get work permit to work, the Ministry of Labor must do everything to ensure that that work is given that person, no Liberian is. The GSE must be commissioned to audit the entire regime of work permit so that we can get it straight. I'm not going to opinionate, at least there are more than 20,000 work permits out there, more than 20,000 jobs out there that Liberians are available to do. Without political, the new talk is that the President of the Senate, the civil colleague, especially us for the rescue government. Our people say we need. One minute. No, that's not 1 minute. Our people say we need. I beg you, Senator Moise. I want to learn on something here. Even if you get 5%, the sex that you get, they say you mean. Even if the fact, some agents say, no, maybe you're not lucky. I don't get something from that person. The general perception is a public official, especially when people, they mean. Mr. President of the Senate, Mr. President of the Senate, more than 20,000 jobs in the private sector in the labor market that work the men was selling for that job, for those jobs, and depriving our people. We cannot be here under the regime and allow it to happen. We should not allow it to happen. In 2019, 2018, the former government paid the road, the door for military road. First time in the history of this country. In 2019, there was a by-election that contested in. The people in door for military walk on that road to go for me. They didn't vote for the government candidate because they didn't have job. We must be intentional and deliberate about providing job for our people so we can think that they listen or the president. They empower them. I submit. Allow it to happen. We should not allow it to happen. In 2019, 2018, the former government paid the road, the door for military road. First time in the history of this country. In 2019, there was a by-election that contested in. The people in door for military walk on that road to go for me. They didn't vote for the government candidate because they didn't have job. We must be intentional and deliberate about providing job for our people so we can think that they listen or the president. They empower them. I submit.
Alexa, you heard Senator Dillon. He said the government, President Weah, built the Rolling Door Community. Yet and still, when the people went to the elections in 2019, people walked on the same road President Weah built and voted for Dillon because, according to them, they still have bread and butter issues with the issue of jobs. So he will want his own government to focus on giving people jobs and the rest of it. That's Senator Dillon. What do you say quickly?
So I'm just gonna say this phrase. I think you say this all the time. You cannot intellectualize the suffering of the people, and just what he said. That's basically how to sum it all up. But whenever I listen to a rescue missionary talk about the same issues we talk about all the time, I think it saves me energy for the next day, and that's because people who listen to this station, people who are rescue missionaries who listen to some of our, our different platforms and the one we're on here, Freedom Hub, whenever we talk about these things, they think we just sit back and cook up these stories to present to the public as in we're being negative. We don't like Joseph Boakai. We don't like the rescue government and all that. That is their own way to describe us. It is on them. But I'm just saying this as a reference point. Whenever they say the things they say to us, sometimes they're going to call, oh, the way I explained it today, that kind of way. Whenever they do that, it is funny. But to listen to Darius Dillon say the same things we say in different words, I think we're just here, and you guys should say a round of applause for KOK and Alexa, Austin, Abu Sharif, Higa Gonda, Mr. Limlin, the rest of the team here. You should say a round of applause. Give us a round of applause for the things we say and the issues we raise right here. One of the things that he said that I would like to talk about is the issue about job permits. And we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And one of the people in the spotlight is the labor minister, Cooper Cryle. We read a whole thing about waiving some job permit fees and all that. We read a whole long thing here. We talked about it, how Liberians are not getting jobs reserved for them legally in their own country. Rather, you have foreign nationals, getting the jobs that Liberians had to get domestically based on the law. We talked about that again, and we had a whole conversation about it. People thought we're just saying the things we're saying. And you listen to Darius Dillon. He talked about work, different jobs in the private sector that should be given to Liberians. Yet, you have his government, the rescue government, selling these permits to foreign nationals, and it should not be so, because Liberians should be able to benefit. Liberians should be able to get what is reserved for them in their own country. How can you be in your own country and then someone from India, for example, is being given a job to drive? Someone from Pakistan is being given a job just to wash a car when you have Liberians who can do all those jobs. Someone is being employed as chef on at these different mining companies and all that. When Liberians are here and Liberians are qualified to be positioned in those different areas. So that is a problem, and that is a slap in the face of Liberians as well. So I think Dillon is also calling on his president, our president, to rescue the people as promised. That's basically what this is also saying. He is also saying to us that you cannot intellectualize suffering, because we've said that. You have bread and butter issues. And Liberians are crying every day. They're expressing their views. And you're saying to us that no, we're just talking the thing because we want to talk it. So what are you going to say to Dillon? He also says something that I think two of his colleagues said Bolachu. They say they rescue people, and they will do me. And somebody say Bolachu. So like he said, so you also there, you rescue people, you know. So for me, my question is, when did Dillon realize that these are issues in Liberia that these are issues that Liberians are raising every single day, that these are also issues that different radio platforms like ours raise every single day, and they don't say anything about it. When did Delon realize it? That's the question. Because imagine if the labor minister is selling, permits to people who are not Liberians. He gave the breakdown of what you need to do, your residential, whatever you need to be a resident, you need to get this, your permit, and after that you're qualified to get it as a foreign national. But then it gets back to Liberia. When did Delon realize this? Because this is not the first time we've talked about how Liberians are struggling for job. This is not the first time, for anyone to raise an issue about, the job permits being sold out. This is not the first time. This is also not the first time Liberians had called on Joseph Boakai, the president, as well as different ministries and the ministers, this government as a whole, to talk about how Liberians are suffering, the bread and butter issues are not settled. This is not the first time. So when did Delon realize it? That's an honest question I'm asking him. He is Oliver's friend, so maybe Oliver will send the show to him. Like, when did Delon realize that these are serious issues in the country? He also needs to answer. In as much as he is raising these issues are not new issues. We talk about these issues every day.
Dylan, my friend from distance.
We talk about these issues every now and then. So these are not things that are new, right? So we cannot clap for you and say, "Oh, thank you so much for raising." No, it's more like you're restating the things Liberians go through. You're restating the things Liberians say every day. So when did you realize that these are not things to happen? When did you realize that people say rescue government people and me and all that? When did you also realize that the work permits have been sold out while Liberians are sitting home? They don't have jobs that are reserved for them legally in the country. When? Is there something you're not saying to us? Do you have some sort of, I don't want to make any I don't want to speculate. No, I don't want to do that, because I'm not one to do that. But is there a problem? Because Cooper Cry, I saw a clip. I didn't watch it all through, but I think maybe we're going to do that maybe next week or something. I think he was trying to respond to the things said by the senator and stuff like that. But I'm going to listen to it, and maybe we'll talk about it next week. Cooper Cry has been here. People have talked about these issues a couple of times. We've also talked about it. Have you had a conversation with him when they had this the waiver of some permits that we talked about here as well? That was also a major issue. And then you also have Liberians who are working at these different private companies, and they are not treated fairly. The issues are also raised. What do you do with the complaints? Do you address the complaints of Liberians who are employed at these different companies and they're not treated fairly? But now you're talking about you have over a couple of thousands, of jobs that Liberians can do in the private sector. But then the people who are also employed, they're Liberians in the private sector with these different companies, and they're not treated as should be based on our labor law. Are you handling those issues as well? Or do you just go there as leaders of this country and get kickbacks and get different brown envelopes from these companies, and then you don't talk about the issues they're faced with? But then now you want to make this as a serious conversation, as Delon is raising this issue. It is like a serious issue, or maybe he's not eating some of the money the people taking for the work permits and all that. So maybe you have an issue with it, so you want to talk about it now, so people can reach out to you privately. We have to be very serious in this country. No lawmaker, no senator eating show on Liberians again. That time passed.
Okay.
Everybody know your level. You want to talk now?
So you think the senator is trying to buy his way back into the public sentimental hub?
That could be one of it.
Okay.
Because when he came to to building his reputation as a lawmaker who is the light, as a senator who will be able to talk about all the bad things that are happening, bring it to the public. That was something he did all the time.
Okay.
But I ask you a question: why is Dillon so silent? Dillon was very quiet on a lot of different issues.
Okay.
From last year up to this year. So maybe he wants to go back, but that's not my concern. I'm just concerned about why is he talking about these things now when they're not new. Oliver, if this was an issue that started yesterday and Dillon started talking about it yesterday, I would say a round of applause.
Okay.
But have you not talked about this, Oliver?
His argument is that the labor ministry should not give work permit to individuals who will be doing jobs that Liberians are equally qualified to do.
Is that a new thing? Have we not talked about it? That's my concern. We've talked about it. You talk about people are driving, people are cooking, people are washing cars.
Oh yeah.
And people are washing dishes. We're not talking about all the things.
Unskilled laborers,
exactly.
Jobs that Liberians do not
reserved for Liberians.
Yeah, do not need any extra credential to do.
So we're not talking about it yet. So it is not new. So if Dillon is trying to say, oh, I think the time is now for our president or our people to make sure this works out, yeah, that could be something that's good and all that. But is it going to work out? Because Liberians continue to complain about this. We've raised this couple of times as well. So it is not new. So what he should be telling us, or what this rescue mission should be telling us, is maybe they have already found a way to enforce this.
Okay.
That Liberians will get what they're supposed to get when it comes to unskilled how you call it in the private sector and all that. Then that is something I would say, hey, a round of applause. But until then, I mean, maybe this is just one of the mayor talks, and after that it is done, nothing is going to change, and maybe.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly brush this off, and you ask some of the basic fundamental questions. Why now is one essential question. Number two could be what could be the why now. Now there are too many things that will come to mind when you are confronted with the Senator Dillon situation. It's good I told him this morning that we're going to discuss about him today. Yep, so he's aware. I left him a WhatsApp message, except he doesn't want to listen. But I'm concerned as to whether Senator Dillon doesn't have personal issues with Copper Cra. And I want to be on record. I am hoping that Senator Abraham Darius Dillon and Copper Cra ain't got any personal beef.
That is strictly a nationalistic concern.
Good. I'm hoping that Dillon and Copper Cra ain't get personal issue. Maybe Lembene. Some kind of court case, some kind of Jew Bennett.
I know you're clever.
I hope it is. No, I'm being honest, and I want everybody listening to pick us up correctly. I am hoping that Senator Dillon and Minister Copper Cra ain't get personal issue between them. That issue could be property Bennett, some kind of court case, or Jew Bennett, woman Bennett. I hope one of those issues are not would not be the reason why he is doing it. Now the reason behind that whole inquiry is because, like Alessa said, there are times without number that terrible things have happened in this country relative to Liberian owned jobs. What did Senator Dillon say? I want my good friend, the senator, to tell us, what did he say when ordinary sweepers water plastic, the corn stem, died from the street of Monrovia? Poor people making 120, 150. When John Siafa sacked them because he said they were appointed between 2018 to 2023, what did Senator Dillon say? I heard him say it ain't about party issue. So since the argument is not about party issue, right? That's why I want to ask him, what did he say when over 800 human beings were relieved of their position from the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs? What did my good friend the senator say? What did the senator say when over 207 employees of the Ministry of Transport, people who have been processing driver licenses and vehicle registrations in this country for Liberian citizens, including someone was in the Delon Frene and other Frene, their cars, people who've been processing it. When the government removed them off the payroll because the government said they were hired between 2018 to 2023, this Senator Delon said his advocacy is not about politics, it's about ensuring that Liberians have the opportunity. Now, Liberians had the opportunity to have worked with their own government. The government Delon brought to power, sacked those 207 individuals from the Ministry of Transport because they said they were hired between 2018 and this. This senator, to the best of my knowledge, did not criticize that move.
Exactly.
What did Senator Delon say? When 450 plus EPS officers were relieved of their position for political reasons because they were hired under George Weah administration, because less than 10 of them wore George Weah t-shirt during the campaign. When this same Senator Delon is on record for going to Slipway in 2011 with Robert Salif, there were EPS officers who were assigned with Robert Salif and Senator Delon himself wearing Ellen Johnson Salif and Joe Baca t-shirt. Those EPS officers had they were assigned to President Salif. They had Ellen Johnson Salif campaign t-shirt on them. This since Delon was at the slave with football. If he playing football at the time, he betrayed Chad Bronskin. He left the other party. He said when Bronskin traveling to America, Bronskin carrying. The time Bronskin carrying, when Bronskin say, "Oh, Delon let go, Grand Bassa." Then Bronskin say let go. Yeah, but when Bronskin won't go to America, he said Delon take it at the party. When Bronskin won't go to China, he said Delon take it at the party. When Bronskin won't go to Europe, he said Delon take it at the party. When Bronskin won't go to Bassa, he said Delon bring a bag, let go Buchanan. He said the reason why he left. There were other reasons, but those were the comical reasons. But I mean, may Councillor Bronskin, so rest in peace, so to speak. But the truth of the matter is, this man did not say anything when these atrocities were being committed by the government he brought to power. And that's why I asked, is there a personal reason? Is there a personal beef between Councillor Coppercry and Senator Delon? Don't get me wrong. The things he's pretending to advocate for are important.
Very, very.
The things Senator Delon is pretending to be advocating for are important. Foreigners should not get jobs that Liberians are qualified and capable of doing. The important thing there. Foreigners should not get jobs without having their requisite legal documents, resident permit and work permit. That's also essential. I agree. Those are important things he is pretending. I'm saying pretending to advocate for, because there were similar cases that he was mute. He didn't say a jing thing like the Congo people would say. He didn't say a jing thing. And this is leading me to ask a particular question as to what is the intent? Why is he saying it? Is Senator Copper, is Mr. Coppercry and Senator Delon fighting over one Jew for which he won't use it as a reason, to be fighting the man back? Is Senator Delon and Coppercry fighting over property, for which you want to use a position oversight in the Senate to attack a ministry Coppercry is over? What is it? Because there were cases that Senator Delon did not speak about. On what basis now? Oh yeah, what you are preaching is good. And I will support 100%. But the mere fact that you were unable to speak when similar things were being done by other entities, why didn't you speak like the way you were speaking when it was done at the Ministry of State, when Colonial Crowd decided to flush 800 plus family out of job?
Where were you?
800 human beings times 10. And that's 8,000 human beings to push out of job in this country. That's 8,000 plus human beings to push out of food and water. Only God knows how they are surviving today. 450 at the EPS, 450 times 10, that 4,500 citizens, they made hungry when they made 450 EPS officers lost their jobs. Oh yeah, 210, 207 at the Ministry of Transport. 207 times 10, Alexa, that's 2,070. That's 2,070 families you push out of jobs, out of food, out of shelter, out of rent, everything. I mean, they're the ones you affected. Now, this our honorable senator did not say a jink thing about it. And this is exactly why we are concerned as to why is he speaking now? Is he having issues with Copacra? Because you were quiet on all the other things.
So what is different now?
Huh? Oh, asking what did Copacra do to you? The Copacra do you just passing around selling work permit, increasing work permit fees, giving people permit to be washing cars in Monrovia. Giving Turkish citizens work permit to be washing cars in King George, B Mountain, all the places. He too got issue with him though. So Copacra should not think so because we're asking, because we're asking what they be doing here. They also you think say no, Copacra we got issue with you giving work permit to foreigners. You just got your own problem. But the reason why we are not batting on you seriously is because Senator Delon, who is pushing you, has been silent. We are the ones who have the moral authority to question why you are giving foreigners job without the requisite requirements, because we are on record of criticizing all. Our most honorable senator, in as much as what you're preaching is good, the sermon is as decent as whatever, but you're not a rightful prelate. For this one, you're morally bankrupt, chief. Yeah, you can be quiet on all the other atrocities. Then by the time you come to Copacra, the last time the senator will come by the session, they see Copacra, you own it. That's why I want to ask question now. What thing between you and that Copacra yet? What thing?
Did you recommend someone to him
and he refused? Copacra pa bien one of your banave chemole. Copacra tell someone a property where you went that way by not to do. What thing happened between you and Copacra for which whole day when the senate come to session Copacra? And then we want to talk about the job. Don't come here and vote for you for Tifa. That mean they voted for. They didn't vote for police. That mean they voted for. Chief, that's a different conversation, different day. But the truth of the matter is, in as much as you want us to take you serious, go back to some of the other because in his statement he said it's not about party.
So this is apolitical, an apolitical concern.
Thank you. He said his advocacy is apolitical. It's not about party. So once he says it's not about party, it means there were other dismissals that were done at different government ministries and agencies, because there are also jobs too now. When you talk about 400 million sack there, that's a job too. That job creation. If your advocacy is genuinely about ensuring Liberians have something to do so that they contribute to nation building and improving the lives of their family, void of political alignment, then you would have spoken out when such atrocity was going on at the Ministry of State. You would have spoken out. You would have spoken out when it was going on at the Ministry of Transport, at the EPS. Now, I still to be corrected. I don't know what was his position. But what was Senator Delon's position on the LTM team, the Library Traffic Management, when they were taking the vehicle registration responsibility from the government, Ministry of Transport, to take it to SKD? What was his role? What was his advocacy? Now, until these fundamental questions can be asked, until these questions can be adequately addressed, I don't want Senator Delon to be seen as the champion here. I see some media entities. Oh yeah, the men talking, retreating. No. No. You will not eat the other show.
No, this is not it.
You will not eat the other show. We didn't finger you. You yourself said you are going to be apolitical about this. That's good. Why didn't you exhibit similar posture when the same atrocities were being committed at the different entities?
Ministry of Transport.
So look,
Ministry of State.
with all due respect, Mr. Senator, the points you're raising, they are good, and that's why Mayor Copacra, Papi Copacra got issue with him. He and his daughter just sacking Liberians, just to give foreigners work permit. I mean, it was a bad thing. We're hoping that the Senate, other senators, Delon will not want to steal the show with the Senate and the House of Representatives, will look into the matter and address it. But this should not be a Delon thing, because if Delon had to abandon the other cases and just keep focusing on the Copacra era, the Copacra edition, then it shows that there is something personal. It shows that there is something personal, and I don't want to believe that there is something personal. What I think is the fact that the senator was in support of other people getting dismissed for political reason, and that one issue only one because of foreigners involved.
It's not going to work out.
No. You can be advocating for Liberian citizens against foreigners when there were instances where Liberians were being booted out for other Liberians to come and get job. Does that make sense? You sat quiet while they remove Liberians to put other Liberians there. They remove Liberians to put other Liberians there. Then at the time where foreigners are coming to pay for their job, at the time you won't issue, no, don't be pretentious about it. We need authentic advocates. We need people who will be genuine in their advocacy, not conditional advocates. Oh, are you talking because it's in your shoes? Or are you talking because maybe you got personal issue with it? It has to be a holistic endeavor. It has to be done from a collective front. You're not just going to be selective in the things you want to advocate for. When it comes to the other one, quiet, you'll be discussing how Arsenal, Chelsea can be Arsenal. That's why you'll be doing on Facebook. See what can be happening in the country. You'll choose to be talking Arsenal, Chelsea. How you and Patrick Horner will be doing Arsenal and Chelsea, Man U, football rivalry. I think you'll be posting whole while. See what's happening. The time we can be discussing serious thing, we're waiting for saying that they don't talk. You'll be discussing how Man U, Fisi, Patrick Horner go watch Man U game. Patrick Horner sweating, we got to be Man U. Then when you 10, they ain't grab Copa crack. They grab Copa crack. Oh, labor, ministry of labor, they want. We tired on all of the other issues we mentioned. Until that can be said and done, you are not a rightful messenger, chief. The sermon is sounding sweet to the ears, but trust me, the church people will not be happy to see the armed robber who were beating them with gun ball last night, telling them Sunday morning that thou shalt not steal. No, they will not be happy. Thou shalt not steal could be good. It could be deeply rooted from the Holy Scriptures. But the men who are beating them with gun ball Saturday night cannot be the one telling them on Sunday morning, say thou shalt not steal. They will not accept it. No, they will not accept it. Although you'll be preaching and reading from the scriptures, but they know say that the Saturday night and robber here on Sunday morning telling you that shall not steal. So they will not be rejecting that shall not steal as a sermon. They will be rejecting the prelate because the prelate is immoral. He's immorally bankrupt. I mean, he's morally bankrupt rather to present such a decent sermon. So don't do it to us. If you and Cooper Crack any land issue, you're going to settle it. Don't use the Liberian people thing to go get at it, man. Because the high looking now. The high looking. Why you didn't talk when involving Colonial Crack? Why you didn't talk when Sally Tyler was sacking people? Why you didn't talk when Sam Gay was dismissing people? Why you didn't talk when all over the place? This has been happening. Why you didn't talk? Oh, Una Cooper Crack, Ewa. If man get a lantern and you get a lantern to you, let him rest in peace. I mean, let him rest and do a job correctly. Let him do a job in peace, rather. Even though he's proceeding wrongly, he got no reason selling rep permit 3,000. You increase rep permit only because you want to give foreigners common car washing job. Look at the other pictures that came up. The man in Kinjo women washing cars. So the VAR and Gola people in Kinjo can wash cars. They need to go to that they gonna be Cobra Crack to giving work permit. All the things they don't say, well, you know, the only reason why we are batching us in the delay is because he was quiet. But the advocate says right. It's right. He should not be selective in doing it. All of you combine, y'all came to power with a particular message to rescue the people. Cobra Crack sit on there. 10,000 for another resident permit. The other one for the other job permit, whatever fees they won't collect, to the point where people who walk in the rescue water on September 17th, they're looking for a job, but the rescue government giving a foreigner job to wash car. And the man who washing the car for the company, his salary will not be less than 2,000-3,000. We're gonna call the man washing the man using water pump machine. That's a regular thing. Water pump machine, why are you using? Anybody can. If you pay me $3,000 to be washing company car, the company say like they get 300 car. Once at 3K, I receiving every month. I will do it. I will do it. So you mean you can? So imagine you give somebody $2,000-3,000. You can appoint almost 10 Liberians with a salary of $450 each. To be washing the cars. If I don't wash the cars faster, the car will be clean because they will do it. Why you can get somebody to wash car for $300 in the country? Yeah, extra energy. Yeah, why you find somebody to do that? And so the senator should not be scoring. He should not attempt to score political goal.
He's not scoring anyway.
No, he should not attempt to score political. You because he said, "Oh, President, we are better rolling documented people still went and voted for me." Yes, they did so because you guys ran propaganda. You guys promised them that you were the best option. You told people, say, you are one as senator, you are going to cut your salary and give the country half. Tifa did not say, Polita did not say, who you think the people go to? The people go to you. When you won, what did you do? Where your salary? Where the country salary now? Mr. My Senator, part of the reason why the people abandoned voting for President Weah, who built their role in the committee and went to you, it was because you promised them that you wouldn't have taken anything above 5,000 in the Senate. Polita did not say it to them. Tifa did not say it to them. So they said the man who said you not take more than 5,000 will vote for him.
They went for the sweetest stuff.
They appreciated President Weah role, but they said, President Weah, we're happy for the role you build. But you bring in Tifa. Tifa not telling us you call his salary. That they don't say you call his salary, you not make more than 5,000, so it won't go to Dillon. Then the other 10,000 when you'll be making, it will come to the county development. They accepted to vote against the beautiful road because you lied to them. Today, go back into the community and go tell them, say, hey, my people, y'all vote for me. The person will ask you for all that 10,000 what you've been taking ever since. They voted for you because you told them you will not ride any vehicle more than $45,000. The car where you not change, we not even know. The car where you not change, we not even know. So don't even come here with the argument that the people will abandon the road and do the one. Yes, it's obvious, especially when you lie to them. So there are plenty of factors for which the people voted for you over the road in the community. They didn't vote for you over the road because they hated George Weah. Go and see the 2022 how you call this thing, presidential election results in the community. George Weah won the place. He won the place. The reason why document people may have voted for you over the road and Tifa Polita is not because of whatever reason you're giving. It's because you told them something that sounds pleasant to their ears. Unfortunately, they're still waiting for the fact. I will not tell. I will not
because we're all in Montserrat.
No, I will not take more than 5,000. You're not take more than 5,000. We're still waiting. I will not rob any car more than 45,000. It's not easy. The car where you get you plenty. Your car. I will not ride private jet. Correct. Yeah. I will not fly business class. Yeah. The time where lawmakers will spend with the people that the time they can be flying in plane all day. Those are things you told them. They don't joke. So you think the people will not listen to it? The people will listen to it. You told them that when lawmakers got agricultural break, they should go back to their people for constituency consultation. They should not be flying all across the country. And the people went there, a lawmaker who will always come to them, will not go to America. Tifa did not say it. Polita did not say it. So they voted for you because of it. After you won the next 2-3 months, what happened? You and Madam Yomika Lauren. You're not going to America. You don't go dance. Bossy there. That bastard son. Bossy there. Something that way they can sing it. I'm bastard man. You're not go dance. Bossy there on the safari trip. You're not going to do safari in the U.S. So there are fundamental reasons why the people voted for you. It ain't necessarily mean they voted against, stuff. I know the conversation. I know why you want to ride. Oh, Brian Butter, they see people you want food them again. Before you come out to beautify the people to say you want to do sugar talk. Why are you riding more than 45,000 car? Why are you living in airplane 24/7? You've been talking about government officials spoiling money. The time Labro won the non-permanent seat, you are flashing US out in America. Flashing US out to the embassy in America. That luxurious lifestyle that you criticize. That's one other thing that you are saying that why people voted for you. Today you're doing it. You're not right. VIP from Africa got to expose you. Then you come out and say, I seen my mother.
You've apologized.
Yeah, I seen my mother. So the reason why they voted for you because you were there in document telling them, say, oh, you're suffering here, and Joe, we are riding private jet. Today, you came up and you said, we got to apologize to Jawia. We didn't know that a group of presidents will ride private jet. The reasons why they voted for you, you have outlived all of those reasons.
So what else?
You have outlived all of those reasons. And so don't come here and thinking, no, you know what you told them. That's why they voted for you. The lies were so huge. It was so polished till they could not fall off. They could not resist. Alexa, that's it. They could not resist. So they fell alone. They fell alone. And so that's all you see why. And that's why the people are no longer foolish. Then I mean they're not gonna no longer gonna fall prey to unnecessary stuff. You thought you fooled them, but you were teaching them lessons. And so to speak, they are not foolish people. They were never foolish before. All they did was to trust you. Senator, if you think the people are foolish people, they are not foolish. They were never foolish. All they did was to trust you. But you betray the trust.
And that was a crime.
You betray the trust. So you cannot use the Papekoba Kratina to say you want to Ronaldinho your way to the people again. No. You can't eat out of the show, bro.
That's what I am sure.
If you want to eat that show, the people are not foolish. They were never foolish. They won't trust you. Liberian voters are not foolish people. They can only trust you. But you see what President Baka came? Mr. Weah is just falling out money, flying private jet. He's flying private jet. The boy looking at it will say, okay, all right. Anybody feel fully, no issue. President Weah came, just burying a BB horse in rehab. He come out and go bury a BB horse in for ya. And just feel the people fully, right? People say, okay, I'll lead the papa in just feel we know.
I don't mind riding a wheelbarrow.
Yeah. I don't mind riding wheelbarrow to go to the mansion. I don't need lottery. I don't mind riding wheelbarrow to go to. After 2 weeks, he had 2 brand new Lexus vehicles, $1.2 million, $600,000 for one. It came. I remember looking at it. You think I remember fully, but they're not fully. They're watching you. They're monitoring. And so when you think you will do crooked G thing to come back, to one rule and rise your way that the people know, we tell them, we remind them. So before you trust them, man, go back and ask him. And they will talk about you today. We're not talking about you again. Maybe in 10 next year. That unnecessary publicity will give you before. That unnecessary publicity will give you the last time. We'll not do it. But anytime we suspect that you want Ronaldinho rise your way, we'll put defenders on the line. We'll put real defenders on the line to stop your ball. Because you're not doing it to the people again. Everything you told them, everything ended up in Seattle. Everything else is here today. I will not ride business class. You rode business class. You came out. You apologize. You shame your mother. Joey riding private jet. You came out again. You apologize to the people. We run Joey. We didn't know how private jet was important to the president.
Apology, Messi.
I will not ride. I will not. Yeah. What do you call him? Matty Collins say you are apology, Messi. You know, everything you said you wouldn't have done. You not do it past mass. What Cooper Crowd do to you? That you want what they Cooper crack, labor. And we understand Cooper crack do like money, man. Whole day in beyond foreign, just selling weapon to foreigners.
He has his own issue.
He got his own personal agenda. He know what he's doing. Probably like money, man. But even at that, you will not score. You will not eat show on the Liberian people using Cooper crack. Don't do it. Small thing there. Carry another lawmaker. Let him say. Someone else should say it because they will have the moral standing to say it, not you, because you are conflicted. It happened to other places. You are quiet, so you cannot be the one raising it right now. It's when you are selective in your action, and so that's all we have. Two different topics. We are out of time, Alexa. Two different topics. Quickly.
We're out of time, but I have to do this. Okay, so I would like to say happy birthday to you, AP Kroma. This is from our boss, Zebra1. He's saying happy birthday to you, and today is your birthday, so celebrate well, okay?
086-500-1004-0776-104-104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Let's go and talk to the first batch of calls. 2 topics. The pape. Ignore the blind people. You go to the office.
Then the police go there again.
Yeah, peace on the blind people.
So what you're doing here?
You know, those are the topics that, we were able to deal with. And the second one we just talked about. The DeLon factor. Let's talk to the first person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Okay, this is Abenigo Nido Akwa from this meeting.
Go ahead, Abenigo. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Well, I think the subject on the matter is they don't exactly want to be saying the issue because what his position is it will be effective because he had the full responsibility of oversight representation and lawmaking. So for him to be bragging on such issues again, Kupapra, I think it's disingenuous. It's something that politically psychotic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's talk to the other person. No time. We gotta go. Hello.
Good evening, Kilgate.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you, sir. 2 topics.
Mr. President, good evening to the listener following your broadcast. I'm Christian. I'm Christian Pray for enemy barrier that do join the conversation this evening from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau.
30 seconds.
Well, can I appreciate you guys for the analysis, right? But it's not strange. President Joseph Boakai has been so adamant to the plan of Black people. President Boakai and that of his lieutenant, more especially Colonel Como, have shown they don't have love for the Black people. Look at what happened in Kinjor. When people peacefully protested for the right of the man or Kinjor, shoot life what are them? The peace protest within this place here. President Boakai did not take no action. So what more about he is up? President Boakai does not have love for the Liberian people. He just come to erase the son of his lieutenant. They have nothing for the Liberian people.
Okay.
They want to the dream each and every day. Liberian people are suffering. Liberian people do not know the way through it anymore. They don't wrong us.
Okay. Thank you. We'll leave you. We'll talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, okay. How are you?
We are great, my brother.
Thank you for the job, man. Consider the good job.
Thank you.
Shameless, man. God, they don't say, my brother. God, they don't let it use all kinds of time to fight the freedom movement. So then what they are saying, that people are seeing their corner. You told me you get 5,000 you take. He took the 45,000 car today to line in. The last time the press was asking, he said, it's not all right, I want to do it, we bought the car. The government bought the car, so he couldn't get it back. If you say you are transferred, you know, you should have given that 45,000 car you ride, you should have given it back. Yeah? Today you work already and you want to be the savior. Now, you know, can't wait for it, I'm not waiting for you. Don't be yourself.
Okay, we leave you right there. We leave you. We'll take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. No time.
They are very, very wicked. When they come and get boss, you know, this summer, then why is there for beating blind men? They come and very wicked. But my proper city way, and the issue of the house, they don't want my public statement. Oh, how are you now? We just waiting for the time.
We tired waiting now. Okay. We leave you right there. Thank you. Let's leave you and talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing? No time. Hello. Go ahead.
Movement. Aside from the point of my voice, I don't well. But let me say,
the recovery.
Yeah, the worst thing to happen is for Boga to be president. You see, this man is a wicked old man. Boga just is a human being. Because as a president, you're sending a amount of money and paying your pocket to go around with. How much will you pay? Like, come on, people gain. Why are you working? Give us a little water. That's the other doesn't come with the feeling with Boga can stick to people. What are you? They're passive. And God, the way of confused senator, they make a mess around. People know. Just say it don't happen. You can't do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll take this question. Go ahead. Quickly. No time.
Within Benetton, as a musician, I join you from VI. I want to say thank you to you for the conversation. You know, Senator DeLong, I want to speak directly to you. This issue about you joining the people, because they cannot work in mortuary. You got to find a way to bring pass off. Because these are some of the places I believe
So that the Bazaboro
No, I'm not saying Bazabona gets sent. Don't mistake me. I'm not saying Bazabona gets sent.
I'm saying that the Bazabo he was fool.
There are people there. Maybe there are other media on our side. Maybe you cannot put up events or can I know it's better. But you know that's something when you tell yourself there's no way you can go in search of that. These are some of the things we're doing. Okay, if I leave it now, but it's just the Boga was not screen to us. We were here. We saw how his former president, the most beautiful president that we hire as first president now. You know, when I say beautiful, you know what I mean. So we saw how she married the people here when it comes to the disabled ones who were over them. So it's actually to us, seeing your husband married the disabled.
Okay.
These are advice on a beautiful woman. So when you have a beautiful woman, get beautiful advice. Thank you for having me.
We leave you right there. We go and talk to Edmond Carr, a visually impaired individual. Edmond, the president ignores some of your colleagues.
Yeah, thank you. That is why I call. Let me first of all condemn the police action against the visually impaired that were protesting for their rights, and I also condemn the executive director of the National Commission on Disability statement towards the visually impaired community because he referred to them as a handful of street beggar.
Wow.
No super disabled. Yeah, that's how he referred to them during a press conference. He referred to them as a handful of blind beggar. There is no super disabled. Okay, same thing came into the country as a crutches carrier. He was carrying crutches. As we speak now, he now sitting in wheelchair. We know how a own disability came about. But my disappointment also is with the deputy director for administration because she specifically there representing the visually impaired community because there are three categories of person living with disability. The same thing is representing those the crutches and the wheelchair carrier. Then Winifred Pay, it represents the visually impaired community. So once you are representing the visually impaired community, there is no way that you're supposed to sit there and last day to refer to your colleagues as street backup. No, it shouldn't be so. So we are calling on Sandy to retract a demeaning statement against the visually impaired community, or else we are going to be executed because many of them are now saying I was part of that protest, but no way, Edward Carr was never part of that protest. I never organized any protest. My fight here is about President Weah protecting his legacy and fighting for his return in 2029. I am not with the disabled community in the advocacy, but I am saying so because the way he referred to my colleagues, that was not it was not called for. And all are disabled people, whether you wheelchair, whether you visually impaired, whether you crutches carrier, all are disabled. You are just opportune at a particular time to occupy the position. Why even more frustrating is that same thing protested against all of the people that occupy that position. From Ellen Johnson Selita down to President Weah, nobody referred to him as a mere a crutches carrier or beggar on the street. No, he was pushing the interests of the disabled people. The same way other people are looking at it now, proceeding the right way. That is why they are pushing for their demands so that the president can be able to look into it. But unfortunately, the president who has said that his mother is a disabled person, was a disabled person, he drove past by then. President Weah time, when the disabled people took the street in front of the foreign ministry, he called for a king, slowed down, EPS guys got out from the car, to beg or our part of that protest, to beg or to leave the street, and then they immediately arranged meeting with the president, and we had a meeting with the president. We put all the issues on the table to be addressed. They cannot be forced to leave. You could have coerced them, as you were saying. You could have quietly leave the street and then see about how you could have addressed that interest. But to look at them, it drove Papa, then that means Bwaka is always on the opposite of history. Okay. So I encourage them to keep pushing for their right. And I'll repeat, same thing, need to retract his statement against the visually impaired community because someone want to know how he got his own disability, and we are prepared to put his record offer as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Edmund Carr from the he's the visually impaired guy who is keeping President Bwaka feet to the fire. Alexa, we gotta go. We are out of time.
We'll be back here next week,
Monday, God's will. So until we return here on the conversation, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. It has been a Freedom FM production. Yes, let's go. I want to play this song that my brothers Abu Sharif and I love the song. This song that my brother Abu Sharif and Hagar can normally play. And again, normally play. They came as freedom fighters, but when it became that time to end up power, when it became that time to take power, everything changed. Everything changed. Yes, this is it.
One more freedom fighter. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came to Vietnam, they changed their mind. When they came to Vietnam.
Okay, so we gotta go home and we'll return here on Monday, like Alessa said. The guys who came as freedom fighters are the ones who are behaving like rebels.
They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
Until then, keep playing the cash giveaway with Anthony Stevens. We'll be back on Monday. God bless you. Bye-bye.